Commissioners, under Section 4 of the agenda, Item 3 is approval of the minutes.
New Clark County Manager Kevin Schiller began his public service career in Washoe County and was instrumental in creating new ways to provide assistance to vulnerable children, adults, and families.
I began in the human services field as a child protection worker and a juvenile probation officer. Worked my way up through the ranks, eventually becoming a director. I was in Washoe County for 20 plus years, but my real focus was really around human services, and that kind of led into becoming a deputy county manager in Washoe County and working through various departments and realizing how everything kind of works together towards our mission of public service.
Mr. Schiller brought that expertise south to Clark County in 2017.
Was brought here really to focus in on human services, Department of Family Service, social service, and really a focus on how we can deliver that public service and bring it to the next level. My whole world has been about serving people, so I think that people skill, interacting, really appreciating what people do, uniqueness, diversity, both in management and both in trying to improve services has really been kind of my foundation and really kind of led me to where I am.
Mr. Schiller praises the 10,000 Clark County employees who are on the front line, providing vital regional services to millions of residents and visitors.
In the public service realm, the first is, this is a massive organization and our employees are really where it all starts and where it all finishes. And as a regional service provider at the county level, we really don't get to say no. And so one focus is really on the employees, our Clark County family, and really focusing on employee wellness, how we can help them, give them the tools to deliver service, and really moving ahead as we try to improve for our public.
In 2020, the COVID pandemic forced the county to quickly develop innovative programs and services to deliver to its constituents. Mr. Schiller vows that Clark County government will continue that obligation.
In terms of the recovery and the resilience on the public human services side, I think we are not peaked. I think we are still dealing with remnants of COVID in terms of how people live. So the economics is one side of that conversation. I think the other side, if you look at housing, rents, and you look at those things, I think that is probably the crisis that is still remaining. So I think that wave continues, and that's something we really have to look at sustaining as we face challenges moving ahead.
Earlier this year, the Board of County Commissioners allocated $120 million to the Welcome Home Community Housing Fund, a groundbreaking initiative that puts at-risk residents into stable living situations.
The Community Housing Fund is really focused on how we can take dollars to create flexibility for developers. So there's an economic development side of this to build housing, but also so we could get more units online quicker. We have to start somewhere, and it's really the first of its kind in the state of Nevada, so I believe this will just continue to build momentum so we can increase our capacity.
As Clark County enters into the new year, employees, residents, and visitors will see a new motto and rebrand of the state's largest local government, a reaffirmation of its commitment to proudly providing public service in the community.
So I think it gets back to kind of the resilience and really appreciating back to our employees, both outward facing to the public and inward, and really trying to be innovative both in safety, public safety, health and human services, but also just in our business services. And we are a massive organization delivering services that literally never stop. So I believe that process and innovation is really key, and then also our economic development and how we can move that forward and looking at the resilience of the community.